Welcome to CAM News. Today's special topic is about the train from Mexico Querétaro.
Spain has had trains since 1848. The first one was established in Barcelona. Since that time, it has been a very important means of transportation for the Spanish people, but it has a very poor development in comparison with other countries in the European Union. Spain has two major companies of trains that are called the AVE and the ALVI. The main route of these trains is from Barcelona to Madrid, and the ticket costs approximately 47 euros. That is like 800 pesos.
The new train that is going to be constructed from Mexico Querétaro has taken some of the same components that the train from Japan, the bullet train. In 1940s, the new bullet train was proposed to be built. This train was supposed to go to Korea and even to Singapore, but the costs didn't reach to the budget, so they canceled, and the only routes were inside Japan. Some of the characteristics of this bullet train is that it's a high frequency in short station to station. Another characteristic of the bullet train is that the stations are located in the center of the city, which is an easy access for all the passengers to reach to the station and also to their final destination. These characteristics help many people and also increase employment and industrial shippings, and also increase the tourists and conferences because of the speed of the train, and it helps to reach to a place really fast. And also in culture, it really helps because many people have the chance to experience the culture near Tokyo in short periods of time. Characteristics explained from Japan and Spain are some components that inspired the new train from Mexico Querétaro.
For example, when we compare the system of trains that have Spain with Mexico, we can see that the Spanish people behave a lot like Mexicans, because the Spanish don't usually use the train as the first means of transportation. They usually use more the car or buses instead of the train, and that's the same as it happens here in Mexico. Also, another aspect to consider is the price of the ticket in Spain, that is around 47 euros for 600 kilometers, which is the same if you travel from from Querétaro to Aguascalientes. That is approximately the same distance, and it's also approximately the same price.
Comparing it with Japan, Japanese people mostly use the train because it's not as high as the price like in Spain, and there are some aspects of safety, which means that it's more safe to travel in train than in plane or car, and also some Japanese people prefer the train, especially business people prefer the train because of the times. Usually, if you go to a car from one place to another, it's 4 hours, but the train takes 2 hours. So that's one of the benefits why people rather use the train instead of buses or cars or planes.
Anything about the train Mexico Querétaro?
I just know like superficial information about it, but not like deep research about it.
No, I haven't heard about it until now.
I haven't heard a lot about it.
No, I don't. No, I just heard from you. I haven't read anything in the news, or my friends haven't told me about it.
Do you think it will bring more benefits or more problems to the lifestyle of people living in this town?
Probably problems.
I think both. It can be benefits and problems. Benefit because it is faster to go to Mexico, but it is also create traffic in the city.
I think it will bring a lot of benefits because it will reduce the amount of cars and traffic around the city because it is now a problem in the town. I think that Querétaro is receiving a lot of migration from other states, so maybe it's not so many benefits. There will be more competence. The business industry will develop a lot, but I think the culture of Querétaro is going to get.
These were some opinions about some students living in Querétaro, but there's also a huge debate going on social media, especially Facebook, where people living in Querétaro are discussing the benefits and the downsides that having a train here will present. Most people that is against having a train in here are saying that security will be affected, that there will be a chaos in the city. On the other side, people saying that there also will be positive aspects. For example, new jobs that are in the train industry, but also it's like a new way of attracting tourism, which will help the economy of our state. The people that is more concerned about this is the people living in Calesa. People that live in Calesa are very concerned about having a train in here, since one of the stations will be in their neighborhood. This is a very calm and quiet neighborhood, so they don't want this train to alter all their environment. They say that it might bring chaos in traffic, security, and a lot of noise around. A lot of people say that the infrastructure of the streets is not prepared for having the rails nor the station, so this also will have consequences in their way of living. Most of the neighbors can have a real opinion about the topic, since the authorities have limited information they give them. So they don't really know what's gonna happen to the way of living and their area. So let's hope the government give us more information for all the citizens to be informed about the topic and have better opinions in the matter.
So, after all this information, we can conclude that the high-speed train will have a significant impact on the culture of Querétaro and Mexico City. There are some benefits and some disadvantages of this train, which will affect the people living in the area. The first thing to consider is that this train will have stations at the municipalities of Tula, Culiacán, Buenavista, and San Juan del Rio. City of Querétaro, it will have stations at La Cañada, Calesa, and the airport. Positive aspects of this project is that it will bring many jobs for the construction, maintenance, and control of the system. Also, it will bring a better transportation system for the people living in between Mexico City and Querétaro. At the same time, this project will increase the income of the tourist sector and let outcomers to know better the Mexican culture. However, there are some negative aspects of this project concerning the population. First of them is that Querétaro wasn't built for having a railroad transportation. Bringing this system will affect the lifestyle of the citizens living in Querétaro. Also, the threat of low demand is a risk. One final issue to consider is that the information about the construction and the development of this train is incomplete. Government doesn't specify in which ways the population will be affected, and it doesn't give the possible negative aspects it can bring.
If a tourist visits Mexico City and he wants to go to Querétaro, he will be able to visit all the towns between those cities and he will learn about the cultures and history in this particular area. Tourists will be able to explore Mexico and Querétaro with less money, and this will improve the tourism in those states. Also, it can influence the people living near the stations of this high-speed train by bringing people from other parts of the country or even from other parts of the world. However, we don't know if this will have a positive or negative effect. It's up to the people living there.
Thank you for watching CAAM News. See you next time.